to pick one of those memories from track, and I'm thinking about the 1994 conference championship 25 years ago. Now let me explain this to you, why it's such an important memory to me. We were facing a really tough Carroll team, and this was back before Maple Creek existed. So everybody who currently goes to Maple Creek and Carroll would have pretty much been in that same school, Carroll. So Carroll had a lot of fantastic athletes at the time, and they beat us 2 weeks before the meet by about 30 points. And we really didn't stand a chance, but I told my guys that, look, you know, let's do the best we can and just see how well we can run against this team. We're running at the championship at our home track, so we had a big crowd there, and I think the guys really wanted to perform well for the home crowd. So I just want to talk to you about those guys for a moment. I remember the first leg of that relay was Kyle Carpenter. And it started off really well because Kyle finished second in the 400-meter dash that day. And so when he handed off the baton to our second leg, we were ahead by about 2 strides. The second leg was named Nick Greco. And he was a 7th grader, and he was new to the relay because the guy who usually runs that relay was an 8th grader who got hurt earlier that week playing baseball or something, so he was on crutches. So I told Nick, hey, we're counting on you, man. And so being a 7th grader, you know he did not want to be the guy who lost the race. Everybody else on the relay was 8th graders. So he ran the race of his life. He probably ran a harder race than anybody, but he was going against somebody really tough for Carroll, and he got passed up on the backstretch. And when he handed off the baton, he was about 3 strides behind. Fortunately, our third leg was Jason Armstrong. And you could ask Jake Armstrong who Jason is. That's his uncle. Hi, Jake. So Jason was the conference champion in the 400-meter dash that day, and he got the lead back for us. And when he had off the baton, we had a 1-stride lead on Carroll. So it came down to the last 2 guys on both relays. Our last guy was Matt Miller. Matt Miller was probably the toughest runner I've ever coached. And they ran all the way around the track, and that Carroll guy right on Matt Miller's shoulder all the way around. When they came to the front stretch, the Carroll guy takes a lunge and he tries to pass Matt up, just coming up on the finish line. And wouldn't you know, after all that hard work and all that effort, and as close as we got to try to beat that team, Matt held him off, and we ended up winning the relay, and we won the championship. And not only was I proud of those guys, but I'm so proud of the whole team, because of, if everyone doesn't come through, then we don't win a championship. It took every single guy out there. And you can actually see the names of those guys on the in the gym on the track records, because they set a school record that day. 353.12, and here 25 years later they still own that record because they ran their hearts out. It was an amazing day. That's just one of many great memories I have here at DeKalb Middle School.